There was a man named Daniel. If you asked anyone about him, they would all say the same thing. He's a good person. He never says no. He always helps everyone. And yes, that was true. Daniel was the kind of man who stayed late at work, even when the task wasn't his. He was the one who said yes when friends needed money, even when he barely had enough. He smiled when people ignored him. He agreed when people crossed his boundaries. And little by little, something inside him disappeared. Not his body, but his voice, his identity, his life. Every morning, Daniel woke up feeling tired. Not because he didn't sleep, but because he was living a life that wasn't his. One morning, just like any other, Daniel walked into the office with a cup of coffee in his hand. Before he could even sit down, his boss called out to him, "Daniel, I need you to take over another project." Daniel froze. Another project. He was already overwhelmed. His schedule was full. His energy was gone. But still, the words came out automatically. Okay. That one word again. Okay. Always okay. Later that day, his phone buzzed. A message from his friend. "Hey, I'm in trouble again. Can you lend me some money?" "I promise I'll pay you back." Daniel stared at the screen. He opened his bank app. Almost nothing left. But still, sure. He sent the money again. That night, Daniel sat alone in his apartment. The lights were off. The room was quiet. He walked to the mirror and stared for a long time. Then he whispered something he had never asked before. "Who am I?" The silence didn't answer, because deep down, he already knew. He didn't know who he was anymore. He had spent so much time being what everyone needed. He forgot what he needed. The next morning, something changed. Not outside. Everything looked the same. But inside, something shifted. At work, his boss walked over again. "Daniel, I need you to wait." The word came out before Daniel could stop it. The room felt different. Even Daniel felt different. I can't take another project right now." His heart was racing. His hands were shaking. This was new. This was uncomfortable. This was terrifying. His boss frowned. "What do you mean you can't?" Daniel took a deep breath. For the first time, he chose honesty. "I already have too much work. If I keep taking more, I won't do anything well. I want to do my job, right?" There was silence. A long silence. Then something unexpected happened. All right, that was it. No anger. No shouting. No punishment. Just acceptance. Daniel blinked. Was that it? All this time, he was afraid for nothing. Later that day, his phone buzzed again. The same friend. The same message. "Can you help me again?" Daniel looked at the screen. His fingers hovered over the keyboard. But this time, he didn't rush, he thought. He listened to himself. And then he typed slowly. "I'm sorry. I can't this time." He stared at the message. His heart pounded as he pressed send. Seconds passed. Then the reply came. "Oh, okay." That was all. No anger. No drama. Just okay. That night, Daniel sat in the same chair, in the same quiet room. But something felt different. For the first time in a long time, he felt calm. Not because everything in life was perfect, but because he was finally being honest with himself. Days turned into weeks, and slowly everything started to change. At work, people stopped giving him everything. His boss respected his limits. His co-workers began handling their own responsibilities. Daniel had time again. Time to breathe. Time to think. Time to live. His friend. Still his friend. But now the relationship felt different. Balanced. Healthy. Not one-sided anymore. And Daniel, he started rediscovering himself. What he liked? What he didn't like? What made him feel alive? One evening, while walking home, he passed by a small music shop. He stopped. He remembered something, a dream he had forgotten. He always wanted to learn guitar, but he never had time. Or maybe he never gave himself permission. This time, he walked in. He bought a guitar, not because he had extra time, but because he chose to make time. Months later, Daniel sat by his window. A soft light filled the room. The guitar rested in his hands. He played slowly. The notes were simple, but real. He smiled. Not a forced smile, not a polite smile. A real one! Because for the first time in his life, he wasn't living for everyone else. He was living for himself. You see, the biggest lie Daniel believed was this: if I say no, people will leave me. But the truth is, when you say yes to everything, you leave yourself. And the moment you choose yourself, everything begins to change. So, if you are listening to this right now, and you feel tired, not just physically, but emotionally, because you are always there for everyone, maybe it's time. You don't need to change everything overnight. You don't need to become a different person. Just start with one moment, one decision, one word. The next time something feels wrong, pause, take a breath, and say no. Because sometimes the smallest word carries the greatest power. And that one word can give you your life back.